Hi guys, Scott Woodward with you. Just a quick chat about tonight's game. Fantastic Monday night game, probably the best game of the round between the South Sydney Rabbitohs and the Cronulla Sharks. And look, the Rabbitohs have firmed in the betting with the bookmakers. They're $1.90. I should say the Rabbitohs are $1.90 into $1.84, and the Sharks have got out from $1.95 to $2.10. That $2.10 is available with Lux Bet, the only bookmaker betting that. Fabulous odds. Look, there's very little between these two teams, and to be able to get odds against like that about the Sharks is terrific value, regardless of how this game goes. We always have to look for the value. If we keep getting value week in, week out, we will have a big year. That's what it's all about, getting value. And there's no question that there's very little between these two teams. I'm very happy to take the odds against the Sharks in this game. The biggest thing that the Rabbitohs have got going for them here is the fact that the game's played at ANZ Stadium, and it's a game that they have traditionally gone very well at against the Sharks. They've had 4 games there and they've won 3 of them, and that stat is the main reason why South Sydney favourites in this game. They're firmed in a little bit on the strength of the fact that their champion forward Sam Burgess would be playing. The mail from the camp last night and again this morning is the fact that he will not be playing. Neither will his brother George. They will be held back at least until next week. There's a chance we might see Sam next week. Will be just fantastic, and it's a tribute to him to get back as quick as what he has. He's certainly one of the best forwards in the world, if not the best forward in the world. He's certainly right up there with Paul Gallen. Just a sensational player, and South Sydney really do need him back if they want to make a fest of this competition and get into the all-important Final Four. They're struggling to do that at the moment. The Sharks have actually won 2 more games than them this year. In fact, it should be 3 more games. If you recall, the Sharks should have won their very first game against Western Suburbs Tigers when the referee made an error. So the form for the Sharks is just absolutely outstanding. They were highly impressive last week in a very difficult game in Canberra against a team that we saw against Manly. Can go very well when they put it on, and the Sharks just shut them out of that game. They were very, very clinical in that game and looked like a semi-final team to my eye. I thought they were terrific. The young coach has done a wonderful job with this team since he took over from Ricky Stewart. He's improved them out of sight, put good structure into the team, and look, one of the areas that I have a little concern about, I'd like them to be able to score more tries, and there's a lot of emphasis on Todd Carney, but you know, that's fine. He seems to be handling that well. I think an area where the Sharks have got an advantage over the Rabbitohs is their bench. I think they have a superior bench, and if this game goes down to the wire, that could be a massive factor in this game. The mail is that Ben Lowe will play in this game. He copped a bad head knock last week, and there was some doubt about him backing up, but he's important to this Rabbitohs team. He's arguably their best defender, and they really do need him in the game. Fit and well, I definitely would have him in starting in front of Michael Crocker. There's no doubt about that. But the Sharks, I had a concern over their fullback, Matthew Wright, since he came in, and look, while I haven't sat up and gone, wow, look at this kid, I have to say he has shown promise, and there's no question he's a very good runner of the ball. I would like to see him get more involved, but I'm sure that will come. The weakness of the Sharks team, the backs Ben Pomeroy and Colin Best, have had a couple of very, very good weeks, and I consider that the weakness in the Sharks team, and those guys have really aimed up. Once again, a tribute to the coach. He seems to have them all playing very, very well when there's a problem. But the strength of the team, Todd Carney, which is the massive advantage the Sharks have got at the Rabbitohs, I must confess to being a little bit disappointed with the Rabbitohs' young halfback, Adam Reynolds. I've got no doubt that he will be a genuine first-grade starting halfback, but he's just not ready for first grade right at the moment from what I can see. He seems to be intimidated by John Sutton. He's not taking the calls, he's not taking over, he's not screaming at the forwards, and that's what I want to see my halfback doing. And I've been a little bit disappointed with some of these tactical picks as well. But you can see that he's got it, you can see that he's going to get better and better and better. And maybe this is not his year, maybe it'll be next year or the year after. So I'm sure South will persevere with Adam Reynolds, but as far as winning this game and taking them to a premiership, I don't think this year is going to be the year. But fantastic Monday night game. Not quite sure why it's not on a Friday night, but that's all the better for us. We've got an incredibly entertaining game, and very important game for the Rabbitohs. They need to win this game and take these 2 points off the Sharks if they want to get into the top 8. There are no morals to make the top 8 at this stage, and they need to do that here on their home ground, and these are the type of games that they have to win. And conversely, the Sharks need to win these difficult away games against a formidable opposition if they want to put their hand up and say, I'm a serious contender. And I have to say, I think they are a serious contender. The forward pack is as good as any forward pack in the competition, and the bench is outstanding. We're looking at Andrew Fafita, who is just a terrific go-forward guy when he comes on. He comes onto the bench, and at this stage it looks like it'll be Sam Tagatese, and he always busts tackles when he comes on and looks very dangerous, and that's what you want. You want an impact from your guy. John Morris, he's just a sterling player. He comes on and he'll play hooker, and he'll just take a lot of relief from Isaac de Gois. But the big gun perhaps they've got is Wade Graham. Wade Graham comes on, plays in the forwards, but he plays like another 5'8", and he can bust the line, he can create second phase, but he's also a very intelligent player, and coming in and playing at the forwards, he has the luxury of going on both sides of the field, and he's just another person for the Rabbitohs to be concerned about, because when he's got the ball, something generally happens, and he takes a lot of pressure off Paul Gallen. He takes a lot of pressure off Todd Carney when he comes on. It's a terrific mix of big strength, strong players that go forward, and a terrific mix of smart, clever players who can do something with the ball. I think the Sharks coach has got it just about right. The fact that he's shooting for 7 straight wins is testimony to that. The Rabbitohs have had a lot of injuries. A full-strength Rabbitohs team, I would definitely be tipping them on the home ground. But I think they've got a few little holes in their forwards. Not impressed by Scott Geddes and David Tyrrell as the 2 starting props. Not quite sure if Eddie Pettybourne is a starter. Dave Taylor is a big gun, but Dave Taylor can miss a lot of tackles as well. But he said the starting forward pack, I'm sure they would like to have the luxury of playing him off the bench. If Sam Tagatese was playing, I'm sure he would be coming off the bench. And look, Michael Crocker, I think his best years are passing. So I think the Sharks have got a superior forward pack, and I think they have a superior bench. And given the prices, we can only be on the Sharks. I think they represent terrific value in this game, but it's a game that can go either way, and really looking forward to it. Can't wait. We've had a very big last couple of months with our tips, and with State of Origin coming up this week, and we have a big webinar planned the week before State of Origin, so we'll have those details out over the next week. They'll be available on our Facebook. That's Facebook/Champion Profits. We'll have those details to you, or you can go to our website, championprofits.com. Don't miss that webinar. We're going to totally dedicate it to the State of Origin and pulling it apart, trying to find the value for you in that particular game. Talk to you soon. Have a great game. Cheers.